What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about our rookie that's going to be entering into his second year in the NBA next season. His name is Dalen Terry. Now, this video that I'm going to be making is coming off of the fact that Dalen Terry received zero votes in terms of the all-rookie teams, in which Dalen Terry has responded to that as well. So basically what this video is going to be about is discussing whether or not Dalen Terry is in for a big season with the Chicago Bulls next year, again in his sophomore season. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bull Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and Dalen Terry. Do you think there's a big season in store for him? Now, basically, I think when it comes to Dalen Terry not getting selected as an all-rookie, candidate, getting zero votes, my apologies, in that instance, I think it's heavily expected, to be honest. Let's be real about the situation. Dalen Terry did not get enough chances, did not play enough minutes, did not get really any big significant part or role in this team for him to really want an all-rookie team. He may have been good enough if he got the opportunities to at least make the second team. I would assume he was one of those guys that got the all-rookie second team, and he should be very proud of that accomplishment. But for Dalen Terry, there was not enough opportunities for him to get that, in my opinion. And I don't necessarily blame Dalen Terry for that. I blame the coaching staff. I blame the fact that he was constantly sent to the G League. And at the end of the day, it's just disappointing that even when the Bulls sucked for most of the season, one of our players that we drafted with the faith that he could bring something to the table did not get an opportunity to do that at a significant level. So talking about Dalen Terry kind of frustrates me in many ways, but I feel like it's important to discuss because I think there are so many guys on this team that probably didn't deserve the amount of minutes that they got. You know, and there were a couple of guys that were just hoping would get a lot more chances than what they actually ended up getting. And I think Dalen Terry fits right into that category. For a team that was below 500, for 2 to 5 games below 500 all season, to not have something be switched up until the post-All-Star break, in my opinion, is just shocking in my eyes. And Dalen Terry, I feel very sorry for him. Now, I'm happy that he wanted to be a Chicago Bull. He said from the very beginning that he wanted to come here. I'm happy that he kept his spirits up. I'm happy that he became the best cheerleader this Chicago Bulls team can ever ask for. But at the end of the day, he lost out on a big accomplishment here that he could have got if he had the chances, in my eyes. So he should feel upset. Every player has some element of pride inside of them. They want to have these individual accomplishments just as much as they want team success. Maybe not as much, but it's definitely inside of them. They want to do all the things that they can to get these accomplishments in the NBA. You want to be in the all-rookie team. You want to be in the all-defensive team. You want to be an all-star. You want to be in the MVP conversations. Depending on the level of player that you are, where you fit in the pecking order, there are accomplishments there for you to win individually. And Dalen Terry missed out on one. So I completely understand why he's upset. Basically, his tweet as well was, responding to the whole situation was okay bet. Basically, you know, very similar to how Io kind of handled his situation about being drafted in the second round, saying that he was a first round talent, remembering the guys that got drafted ahead of him and stuff of that nature, trying to prove people wrong. I feel like Dalen Terry is going to be taking that approach heading into next season, knowing that he's missed out on an opportunity, knowing that he probably was good enough if he actually played to get into the all-rookie teams. Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have. We will never know, but I'm sure Dalen Terry feels like he could have at least. So to not have that go his way, it's basically a motivating factor for next season, which begs the question I'm asking, about in this video. Do you think Dalen Terry will have a big season for the Chicago Bulls next year? And there's a lot of ways we can dissect this. First and foremost, if he's playing the same amount of minutes as he played this season compared to next season, the answer will be no. I will give you that straight up right now, as honest as I can. If Dalen Terry is going to be a guy that is on the fringe of playing, getting garbage time minutes, playing in the G League most of the time, not really, getting any chance to play meaningful big minutes at the NBA level, then he won't have a good season next year. He will slowly become one of those players that Bulls fans will begin to start saying, when is this guy going to get traded? When is this guy going to play? We're just never going to really see a lot of Dalen Terry if that's what's going to happen next season. And I think people will just give up on that development. Very similar to how people have given up on Marco's development. We don't know what's going to happen to Marco next season. But at the end of the day, 2 seasons not playing in the NBA, and Bulls fans have given up on him. It's as simple as that. Not taking that that long to put someone in any sort of NBA minutes is bizarre to me. Not even, again, Marco didn't even get garbage time. Tony Bradley was playing over him in garbage time when he was here. So again, it speaks volumes that the development of Marco may not be what we want it to be. And maybe that's the experience we're going to see with Dalen Terry. But I think Dalen Terry is good enough to play at the NBA level. I think there's a conversation we can't have with Marco. We don't know if Marco is good enough to play at the NBA level because, one, we've never seen it, and two, again, you got people like Tony Bradley playing over him in garbage time when it mattered the most, when he had opportunities. So how can we sit here and say Marco's ready for the NBA level? But we've seen a lot more of Dalen Terry at the NBA level than Marco, and in those minutes, Dalen Terry has played really, really well. Played very well defensively, has an ability to make ridiculously tough layups. I don't think anybody speaks about this enough. Dalen Terry and making layups, there are some acrobatic layups that I've seen Dalen Terry make that I've not seen any player on this Bulls team make. You know, it could be a bad shot, but he makes them sometimes as well. So there are conversations to be had. Obviously, he's a willing passer. He's a guy that loves to push the tempo. There's good qualities to Dalen Terry that, in my eyes, makes him ready to be a player at the NBA level. I personally think the way this Bulls team is going, there are certain players that will potentially be leaving this team. Certain players will be coming back to this team. The best possible outcome for Dalen Terry is for him to be a bench player next season. And I mean a bench player that will actually play minutes at the NBA level. Not a bench player like, I don't mean to throw him under the bus here, but for a guy like Derrick Jones Jr., for example, someone that will come in when he's ready and play when he's ready, but doesn't start or doesn't get to play every single game. Someone like that, for example, Javonte Green when he came back from his injury. I think for Dalen Terry, the best outcome for him is to get consistent bench minutes every single game and to be a big part of the Chicago Bulls rotation. That's how I see Dalen Terry potentially having his best case scenario next season and resulting in having a big season for Dalen Terry next season. But what I can see happening for Dalen Terry that might not be the best outcome is he will become a player that was very similar to how he was towards the end of the season, getting minutes, I guess, when players are injured, getting minutes when, I guess, we need to switch something up in the game, but not playing every single game. That's kind of where I see Dalen Terry's next step for the Chicago Bulls going. But in an ideal situation, in the best case scenario, you want Dalen Terry to be a very, I guess, prevalent bench player. And I hope that's what ends up happening for Dalen Terry, because if that happens, I truly think Dalen Terry's in for a big season. And I truly think he will become a player that the Chicago Bulls fans will begin to love. Once again, we love those hustle players. We love the energy players. We love the players that talk. Dalen Terry is a good talker. You know, we talk about Dylan Brooks and what he's done at the NBA level in terms of trash talk and how it's cost him his job in many ways with the Memphis Grizzlies, if that's rumored to be true. But at the end of the day, we have trash talkers on this team. Dalen Terry is only one of them. We have Patrick Beverley if he decides to come around. So, again, I think he brings these things for the Chicago Bulls in my eyes. So I'd love to see what he can do next season. And I'm hoping he's going to have a big season. And for him to have a big season, he needs to play consistently every game. That's the step for Dalen Terry. I hope he can accomplish it. We've already seen some training clips of Dalen Terry actually working on his ball handling and stuff like that. So he's been grinding recently. So that's always great to see. You like when they start a little bit early. You know, the NBA playoffs are pretty much kicking right now. You know, people could still be on their holidays, but Dalen Terry's there. I don't know what exactly he's working on, but hopefully it will make a big impact in his second season. And also, I feel like Dalen Terry's the type of guy with the type of attitude. He's not going to take no for an answer. Even in his first season, there were situations where he was on Twitter basically talking about not playing and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, in subtle ways. So I don't feel like he's the type of guy that's going to sit there and accept not playing for another season. I think he's going to get desperate and I think he's going to get vocal about it. So let's wait and see what ends up happening. I'm hoping for big things for Dalen Terry. I want him to be a part of the Bulls' future, Bulls' plan. And I can see him being a very versatile player. He can play guard, he can play forward. You know, there are certain things that really makes me, I guess, excited for Dalen Terry. But of course, it comes down to playing time at the end of the day. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.